Welcome everybody to the Adventure Archive. We are streaming some Dragonbane tonight. And before I begin though, we hit 1,000 subs, everybody. Huge milestone. And I will have to let you faithful Dragonbane viewers out there know that over 50 of those subs recently came from you guys. So thank you so much. Hopefully you're enjoying the game. We'll probably be playing this for a little while. So hopefully we accrue more subs. And also, I need to thank Patrick P. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce his last name, but the developer of this Find Foundry module we're using tonight, and we used last time, and he was so generous to school us a little bit in the comment section of our last video, because we got some things wrong. And there's been an update since. I didn't read the release note, so well, I guess we'll figure it out, or maybe Patrick will be in the comments. Hey, EXP24FM. How's it going? Welcome. And then also we have to thank Andreas, who composed the Dragonbane soundtrack, which we're listening to right now, as well as Heimat der Katastrophe, because I'm probably going to be using some of their music from time to time. Actually, Noel's track on the intro screen, that is his from the Kiss of the Spider Queen. So go check them out. The link to all of their work is down in the description below. They're a really cool indie label that is that released Dungeon Synth. You know, one of my absolute favorite genres of music. So go check them out. And then, oh yeah, one more thing. Like the stream, everybody, so the algorithm can find us. So if you're watching this in the future on the VOD, don't forget to like. Or if you're watching the stream now, please like it so people can find the stream. And oh yeah, one other thing before I move on to the recap and say hello to everybody, is that if you guys find interesting clips tonight, if you could throw the time code down below, because we're trying to make an effort to pull some, funny bits here and there, like Darrow's interesting voice that got commented on. We're trying to throw those on social, on YouTube Shorts, just so people can find us. So, if you are watching this in the future and you find something particularly funny or interesting, just drop the time code in the comments and that'll link directly to it. Okay. How is everybody doing? We got Jess playing Seriel, Forest Fox. We have Ryan playing Mourning as in grieving, Cloak. We have Ducky as Louis Gildenclef, Lewis and the News. And last but not least, we have Mats playing Darrow Greycape, right?
Yes.
I should probably add that to the overlay unless you don't want it.
That's fine.
Okay. Jacob's here. What's going on, man? Welcome. All right, well, I guess it's time to recap what the hell's going on here. Well, I guess before we do that, let's just, and I don't think I'm going to do this every single time, but since this game is new, the players are new, why don't we just go around the virtual table and just give a brief, who you are, what are you playing class-wise, or, well, profession-wise in this game. What is your kin? So we'll start, let's start at the bottom. Let's start with Darrow. So who are you playing, Mats?
At the bottom, well, I play Darrow Greycape. I'm a halfling animist. I'm a mage, which means I am the healer of the group.
And what is the word? What is the healing touch?
Oh, who knows? I might change it.
You might. Oh, I love it.
Last time it was Köttsår, which means flesh wound. I have a whole thing. If someone asks about it later, I have a whole thing planned. But yeah.
Interesting.
That's it. That's me.
Well, didn't you say, Jess, that it translates to meat wound or something like that?
Well, no, that's just what I would have. I mean, maybe it does, but that's what I would have thought, because I knew like shot was meat, and then sore sounds like sore.
I kind of like meat wound. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's go up to Louis. So Ducky, what are you playing here? Who is this guy?
Yes. Hello, my name is Louis Gildenclef Lewis. I am a mallard. I am a bard as well as a mallard, who plays a horn, which I decided between last game and now that sounds a little bit like a didgeridoo.
Oh, I like that. Really low, hitting that brown note, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's why I think it instills fear into our enemies and probably rile up the teammates. So, yeah.
Did you describe what the horn was like? I can't remember. Is it like a brass horn, or is it like an animal horn, or what is it?
I don't think I did, but I think animal horn would be
Yeah.
the coolest option.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and there's potential story potential there.
Oh, yeah.
So, Ryan, tell us about Morning Cloak briefly.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna say I'm glad it's a didgeridoo, not a vuvuzela. So, Morning Cloak is a Wolfkin knight. He going over what Wolfkin are. I'm just trying to figure out who I am. You know, I got to get my Darrow voice down.
Yeah.
But Wolfkin, unfailingly sink into thought and ponder the mysteries of the universe while being upset about the past wrongdoings against wolves and nature. So I'm going to lean into that, plus my full hardiness, but I wear full plate armor, but am a wolf person. If we still had snap filters, I would definitely just have like the e-girl wolf ears, but Snapchat got rid of that. But that is Morning Cloak, and I have one big old silver fang.
That's right. Which maybe Jess has or does not have, or Serial, I should say. Who knows?
I might have the original.
Might have the original. So why don't you tell us about Serial a little bit?
Serial is a elf hunter. Are we just talking about like personality?
Just briefly. No. You don't have to go into a lot of depth. I just thought it would be good to remind people in case they, you know, until we get kind of into the swing of things. There wasn't really any chance for RP last time, so.
Yeah, she's an elf hunter. Her nickname is Forest Fox. She doesn't have a companion yet. She's gonna try to get one. She's pretty pessimistic though. She comes from the north. Might have a northeastern accent. We'll see.
Like Maine?
Yep. No, that'd be amazing.
That's what I think of when I think of Northeast. What Northeast are we talking?
Like
New
maybe
York is.
I might have to pull out the Russian accent again.
The Russian.
Oh, wait a minute. Jess doing Russian?
Yeah.
She can actually do a pretty good Russian, so.
I mean,
We'll see like how you can.
know.
Well, I think
We
the
don't know.
challenging thing with accents is that sometimes you can get them in few words, but when you try to string them together in a longer sentence, it goes away.
we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Okay, well, those are the players, everybody. And I guess it's time for a recap. So, in case you missed this last time, or in case you absolutely forgot what happened last time, these four adventurers, they banded together for the sole reason to venture into this mysterious vale called the Misty Vale through these mountains. And they found themselves, they are there to seek riches, perhaps, or knowledge, or all of the above. But they decided to go out on this quest, very arduous journey, and they found themselves in what is known as the Drakmar Pass, where they were ambushed by 4 goblin scouts as well as a warg rider. And for those of you out there who think this is just a 5e clone or a heroic or superhero fantasy game, it is not, because we almost had a TPK last time on the very opening combat session, so it can definitely be brutal. Yeah, so we'll see where it goes. But anyway, they survived the day. But they are, some of them have been wounded gravely. I believe it was Morning Cloak and Serial. I think Serial got one-shotted, right? By an arrow or something like that. And yeah, it was a grisly affair, but they survived the day. But before they got ambushed, they heard a voice. It was a raspy voice. They saw a figure lying in the dirt, concealed by the mist. But Darrow, being the curious little lad he is, he decided to go check it out. And he went over there and he found a man who was just, he looked up at him, he was cloaked. He had these just black veins kind of spreading out from his eyes, and he puked up blood. And he, before he died, he thrust this bundle into his hands. And I don't believe you've looked at it yet. But he also said a couple of things. He mentioned the name Leonara. He also mentioned Weatherman, message from Weatherman. So presumably that is this man's name. He also mentioned that something about a dragon emperor. So some kind of strange secret, which that is what this campaign is called. So Spoiler, not really. So you guys all find yourselves here. The dust is settling. Your wounds are coagulating, I guess. Sealing up, scabbing over. You're catching your breath. What would you like to do in this moment?
I'll tell you what they have to do. They're gonna have to roll on the permanent damage.
Oh, thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
Okay. So speaking of awesome rules, so there's a rule in Dragonbane. It's optional, but I love all the optional rules, so we're going to use it. It's called severe injuries. So if you have been reduced to 0 HP but survived, which would be Morning Cloak and Cereal, you risk severe injuries that can take a long time to heal and even have permanent effects. So what you have to do is make a roll against your Constitution. And I will allow pushes as well, if you wish. If you fail the roll and you want to push it. However, you will have to, get a condition. And it sounds like the healing time is halved if you rest and get medical care for at least a shift per day. We'll worry about those details, I guess, after you roll. Yeah, skill levels that are reduced permanently. Permanent injuries can be relearned. Okay, so extra notes there. So we have a D20 table, but first we need to see if Morning Cloak and Cereal succeed in their Constitution rolls. So really, you just got to make a raw Constitution check.
Doing it raw. Here we go.
Okay, we have a success. Cereal succeeded on a 4. You suffer no severe injuries. Okay, look at that. No problem.
Boom.
That could have been tough.
Yeah, take
because...
that, Mats.
Because there's some interesting afflictions. So anyway, I won't go into them yet because I think it's better to make it a surprise if it ever happens. Okay, so you guys are collected around here, catching your breath. Darrow, you have this bundle, I guess, somewhere, unless you dropped it to the wayside while you were fighting.
Oh,
And
it is
bodies.
mine now.
Well, he gave it to you.
Own.
Oh, man. Don't say it! Fill in the blank.
My pompous.
No, that's not it. Do we get a... if we're just gonna sit down and take a stretch rest right now?
Heck yeah, you can. So you can take a stretch rest, which is going to allow... Does anyone wish to sacrifice their... wait, maybe that's a long rest. Remind me. It is...
Stretch rest is a short rest.
15 minutes, right?
Yep.
What do we do during a rest?
So a stretch rest, you get to heal D6 HP and D6 willpower points and a condition of your choice.
Ooh.
And you can also, if you would like, you can sacrifice your memento to recover an additional condition. I'm not sure if anybody has multiple conditions or not, but you can only do this once per shift. And a shift is 6 hours. So this is something that mitigates the whole, hey, I'm going to just do a short rest after every single combat. So if you guys were to run into multiple combat encounters per shift, you could only do that once. So again, it's kind of
You
rough.
only get D6, like 1d6.
Yeah, if
Okay.
you click the button, there's a button right on your character sheet. It's right.
Under willpower points.
Right. It's the center button that will allow you to, it'll just automatically calculate everything. So it looks like Matt's did it. Oh, wow. What? You recovered 0 HP? Oh, because you're
Yeah.
full.
I didn't
6.
lose any.
6 willpower points and a condition. What condition did you remove?
I removed dazed. So I'm still scared.
Still confused?
No, I'm still scared.
Ah, I see. Morning Cloak got 2 HP, 0 willpower points because I don't think he used any. Did you have any conditions? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
If you check on, I can check. If you check on your character sheet, it should be ticked right below your attributes. There's like a little
Yeah,
radio
I don't
bar.
have any.
Okay.
I don't have any of those in case it didn't. Because we got to remember to target ourselves, and I think Mr. Bounderman,
Patrick.
thank you, Patrick, said that the healing now should, like, if you target it, should work for healing, right? Like if Darrow heals us, like, and you target your ally, it should kick in this time.
I think
or did he say it was coming?
Well, he said it was coming, but I actually updated the Foundry system, so perhaps it's in there. We'll have to see if we get into that. So it might be. And then Jess, you recovered 2 HP, 0 willpower points. Okay. And you have conditions or no? I can't remember.
No.
Was it really only Darrow who suffered a condition, or did you, Louis? Did you do that?
Oh, Louis also.
Yeah,
Louis
I got
also.
angry for missing
right.
one of my attacks.
That's right.
But I did the stretch and got 3 HP and 3 willpower.
Oh,
back.
I missed yours. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
No, it's all
3
good.
3. Okay. Cool. So everybody is as fresh as they can be. So now that you've rested, you have 4 scout carcasses, goblin scout carcasses lying about you, as well as a warg rider. However, if you guys remember, the warg just, once he lost, it was Louis, I think, that toppled him, knocked him over. And
Like a dagger or something, right?
Yeah, how did that, do you remember how that played out, Louis? I think you were trying to push him, right, or something.
Yeah, I think I pushed him with my dagger, like
That's right.
off, and the warg
pushed him with your dagger, the flat of your blade. Yeah, so then anyway, the warg just bolted, riderless, with no sense of direction, just vanished into the mists. So what would you
Meaning
guys
it's gonna
like to
come
do?
back later and eat us in our sleep.
Maybe?
Great.
I don't know what I'm getting at.
Well, Darrow would like to look at the bundle.
Oh, okay.
Resting.
You look at the bundle. And inside,
Yes.
you find it looks to be like part of a statuette. It appears to be like a pedestal of some kind with it says a flat bottom on it. You see that it has lower legs, and you see the bottom part of a sword. And it seems as if, like I said, this is the bottom part of it, so you can, visualize that perhaps if you had the rest of it, it might form a man or a figure of some kind standing upright.
Oh shit!
Yeah. But you only have the bottom part.
It's the
Flat
Academy Awards for Best Actor.
What material is it? Did you say that?
Yeah, it appears to be made of basalt. Basalt statuette. But it does not have duck feet, so sorry, Louis. This is not the fabled mallard god of whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, no interest in.
I know, no interest whatsoever.
So, someone in chat for Jess.
Oh, yeah.
Said that you have the inner peace. You get.
Yeah.
Trance.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you have the
you.
ability. Does that show up on your in your abilities? Tab.
I wonder if it
It
was.
does under abilities on the main tab.
Yeah.
Abilities, companion, and inner peace.
So
Wait, on
we'll-
the main tab?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can click that. What happens?
Let's see.
So
See?
yeah, what happens? Serial
The ability for
activates.
WP cost.
It says no willpower point cost unless it's somewhere else. I see a
No, it
dash
says
through
willpower dash. You just get to do it every time you rest. You just get extra rest. That's that's cool. Also some bullshit, but that's cool.
it.
Wait,
So-
wait.
So let Serial go down first. We
So I
know.
heal an additional.
Yeah, so
D6?
I'll read it. So it's on page I can't see the page number 12. As an elf, you can meditate deeply during a stretch rest. You heal an additional D6 HP and a D6 extra willpower points.
So just do twice.
It should be auto-calculated because I see that. Oh, I guess it doesn't, right?
It didn't.
Can you
Yeah.
click on that thing that says inner peace?
I
When you
think
click
that
on
just-
that, does it roll again?
No, that just shows you it shows you what it is. Tells you what it is. So I think you have to manually do it, I guess.
Yeah,
Wow.
you can just hit stretch again.
Yeah, or that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But you are
Full
completely
steel.
unresponsive while you meditate, so anyone can, you know, write balls on her forehead if they'd like, whatever they want to do. And cannot be awakened
Balls.
though. So whatever.
That's how Ryan lost his tooth.
Oh, I like it. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
Stop for somehow balls on a forehead made my tooth fall out. I feel like probably been your tooth, but like maybe I don't know. Woke up too fast.
Sounds like another clip for tomorrow or something.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Maybe there's something better.
Okay, so you guys are, you know, again, Daryl, you're looking at the statuette. You're holding it in your hands. Everybody else, I guess, you're doing what you're doing. Serial's meditating.
Did we kick bodies for keys or anything yet? Is that
You
the thing
have
we
not
did?
searched any bodies.
I would like to kick the warg rider repeatedly for riding one of my kin, the wargs, the wolf-like creatures.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Wasn't happy about that.
Yeah. Beside him, as you kick him, there's a long spear and a scimitar. But that is all you find, with the exception of, does he have armor? No, he does not. Wait, does he? Yeah, long spear, scimitar. Yeah, that was it. 0 armor.
So Daryl is going to get up and go to the two goblins to the north,
Okay.
away from the group as
Okay.
far as possible, because
Okay.
he's still scared, and
Okay.
he's going to loot the shit out of them.
All right, upon these two fallen goblin scouts, you find a short bow, a short sword, and each of them has leather armor, still intact.
So immediately I will drop my cape, my gray cape, and my jacket I have underneath, and put on the leather armor.
Okay, so you should be able to drag that into your character sheet from the items menu, I believe. Hopefully, it didn't reset the permissions when I reinstalled it. If it did, let me know and I can do it for you.
Bam.
Oh yeah, it didn't. Nice. Okay, what about Louis and Serial? What are you still meditating, Serial, or we want to get through that?
I guess I'm done. I'm gonna check out this guy who's closest to me.
Okay, same thing. Short bow, short sword, leather armor. No coin of any kind, no artifacts that you can find.
Okay. I already have a short bow and leather armor, so I'll just
Yeah.
push him aside.
For expediency, I'll just let you guys know that all of the goblins, with the exception of the warg rider, he had the long spear, but everybody else has short bows, short swords, and leather.
Am I relatively the same size as the goblins?
Yes, I think we were talking about that off stream, and
Yeah.
I think that's fair that you as being a mallard can fit into goblin armor.
Sweet, I'm not naked anymore.
Yeah, just at the bottom, I guess, right? Just at the
Yeah,
bottom.
still Donald Duck in it. but-
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Just
Okay.
like he's gonna get in with like full breastplate armor, but still just have these like duck duck legs sticking on the bottom of it. No
Mhm.
pants.
And no shoes. You
Part
guys,
Is that-
tail.
you guys don't
Quest
wear
is
shoes,
for a pair
right?
of pants that fit a duck.
That's the expansion.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? Looking at the mallard illustration of the knight on the professions area, he does have armor on his feet that cover up his duck feet. So who knows? Maybe the statuette
That's not
is
canon.
It's optional. Yeah.
It's optional. It's optional.
It's an optional rule we're not using. So aside from so small shield,
Yes.
right?
Wait.
Is
Small
it
shield what?
just small shield? The small shield. Discussing the small shield. Is it just a weapon?
No.
Do
No.
I get?
You can
I was
parry
trying to
with
find
it.
like this.
So it's actually the only...
Can I not parry otherwise?
You can, but it's the only thing you can parry ranged attacks with.
Ah.
Unless there is a heroic ability that allows you to like do a, you know, a Legolas or whatever, where you can strike arrows out of the air with your sword. But yeah, so it's a weapon as well as allows you to, yeah, parry ranged.
Yeah, so I was just debating picking up the spear and the shields count as weapons and are recorded here, but then they do what you said.
Yeah, so you have a Morning Star, right? Which is
Yeah, but Morning Star had a small shield, but I mean the scimitar is pretty nice. I could dual wield. What's the? Do we have dual wielding rules?
so yeah,
I could hit twice?
dual wielding is a heroic ability, so you have to acquire that down
so
the
I don't have
road.
it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, you have it?
No.
Your abilities are guardian hunting. Yeah, so you acquire this down the road, and the way it works though is that whatever's in your offhand, the strength requirement of that weapon goes up by 3, which for you should be 0 problem. But a long spear, I believe, is a two-handed weapon. Is a Morning Star? I don't know.
Morning Star is just a one-handed weapon.
Okay. Okay, so what are we doing as you guys are hanging out, looting bodies? Yeah, go ahead.
Well, first of all, is there a like sort of spot hidden? I would like to investigate the goblins more thoroughly than just ripping off their leather and donning it.
Well, tell me what you're trying to achieve, and then it probably won't require a roll if you're looking carefully.
Yeah, I'm sort of I'm thinking about do they have any like markings? Because I imagine that if I have to go to Lianara later, maybe she would like to know who the goblins are.
Yes, that is a good call because I believe they are marked. I wish I had a symbol of this. It's in the book. Maybe I can drop it. Let me see if I can just drop it on the game board because I do not see it in the module itself. But where is it? Apologies, stream. I'm trying to find this illustration. What about the rest of you guys while I'm looking for this? What are you guys up to?
Well, if I see him like really digging into these goblins looking for something, I'm gonna kind of do the same for the warg rider. Does he have like a patch or a badge or anything on his armor, or even like a mark of the same thing? Whereas like
no, nothing that you see really
Mm.
that you can notice.
All right, kick him again.
Haha, you kick him again.
So they ambushed us here, right?
Yeah, they did.
And
Actually,
yeah.
sorry. Strike that. Nobody has any kind of marks on them. Forget I said it. But yes, they did, Louis, they did ambush you here.
Is there any sign of like a makeshift camp or that they stayed here long, or is
No, not at all. Not that you can see. I mean, I guess you guys can head further north into the in the gullet here, the gorge. But yeah, from where you're standing, you do not see any kind of camping. If we don't need to move tokens. If you guys want to just kind of move farther north in the map, let me know.
So does it look like then that they were like chasing the weatherman and we came upon him at the same time, like they got to us, or does it look more like they were watching weatherman die, waiting for someone to come help, and then jumped out at us?
So what you did notice early on, that's what I forgot to mention. Thanks for reminding me. You guys found this man lying on the ground with a poisoned arrow sticking out of him. And when you look at this arrow, you can definitely see that what's the shit at the top of the arrow called again? The feather part?
The fletching?
The fletching. It matches the other the quivers of bows that the goblins have. So this appears to be chase down. What's up?
Do they have any other poison arrows? Was that the only one?
You can examine them if you'd like.
Yeah, I mean, you guys all looted the quivers and stuff, right? You found the short bows. Did it look like they were like? Is the arrow dipped in like a black liquid or something, or is it like?
Who
Like,
looked? It was
in the weatherman?
Serial, right? Was it only Serial that looked?
I think Darrow did too.
What?
You didn't look at goblins?
What? What?
Well, I looked at the goblins, but I didn't look at the arrows.
Okay.
You're looking real close at that goblin. Just saying, you know.
Hey, chat. Why don't you roll me a 1d6? Hopefully, you have some dice handy. Anybody, first 1d6 roll in the chat, and let me know what the result is.
We got to see if we can get the Streamlabs kind of stuff in Stream Elements and see if you can.
Oh
have,
yeah,
like,
yeah. So we can have the
commands
commands.
and-
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool. So while this is
Pretty
going
sure Stream
on,
Elements can. I just don't know if YouTube
4.
supports
yeah.
it.
Okay, Jacob, roll a 4. So Serial, you find 4 arrows in one of the quivers that are They're dipped in this delicious chocolate coating. No, it's a black kind of tarish substance that seems to be.
And the dude was like,
yeah, the guy was.
he was
jacked.
crying like black tears, right?
Yeah, his like
Little
blood was
black
coming out of his
veins.
eyes, out of his ears, out of his mouth. Yeah, he was not doing so hot.
Hmm.
So, why
Those.
don't? What was that?
I'm gonna take those and put them in my quiver.
You take those and just make note of those. Okay, let us see what else. Why don't Darrow, as you're go ahead. You were gonna say something.
Well, I was just gonna ask, like we, when I heard Weatherman talk before he died, did the others hear that? Did they see the bundle?
I think so. I don't think they heard it, maybe, but I think they witnessed him like just hurl this, throw this, not throw it, but hand this bundle over to you.
I think I at least saw it because
you were up next.
I remember I loomed. I specifically remember looming over top of you.
So let's say you
I don't
heard
know.
it then. Let's say you
People
heard everything.
else were
then,
close
too.
enough. Were you trying to kind of tuck? Are you like trying to tuck it away so we don't see the statue?
I'm scared, so I'm scared of all of you.
Hmm.
That's your condition?
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, look at that. Are you
Oh.
You're scared of your own friends? Oh man, this is getting
Well,
dark.
are they my friends? I don't know. I've only just met these people.
So
My voice is changing.
Daryl, while you're sitting here afraid, why don't you roll me a spot hidden check, please? And I'm gonna give you a boon. Okay, succeeded. So as you're sitting here cowering in fear with this bundle clutched to your chest or wherever you're clutching it, you hear something in the silence of the everybody falls silent momentarily, and you hear kind of this like flutter of paper as a wind kind of gusts through this chasm, and it appears to be coming from the man that gave you this bundle.
Ooh. Well, I must go and investigate then.
Okay,
I
so
love the smell of paper in the morning.
so you go over there, and again he's just rigid, and you see the corner of a parchment page kind of billowing in the wind as it comes through, but you can't quite make out what it is. It appears to be folded.
Well, I will take it then.
Okay, you take it.
I will open it, obviously, and read it.
All right, you open it, and are you going to keep this to yourself, or are you going to?
Well, the elf is standing right next to me, so I imagine
I'm
her
looming.
elven eyes.
The
Okay.
elf.
Well, I don't know.
Okay,
know why
so
she's so
this
close.
one, all players. Okay, configure ownership. I'm gonna call you guys observers. Show, this is what you find. This is what you see. It is a
Well-placed map.
It's a well-placed map that says the Misty Vale on it. You read at the bottom. You do see at the southernmost point, which I can't click because you can see my mouse cursor. The stream can. The Drakmar Pass. You know you are there. So you are just making your way through the Kummer Mountains, because I'm not going to say the other way. And yeah, so that's where you identify yourself. Take your time. Take a gander.
Like right in the middle, right above Misty Vale.
Correct. So you guys came from the south.
What are we doing here? That seems like one of the worst places to go anywhere on here.
Yeah.
So, in the context of, for those that have read the entire book, is the Misty Vale the entire Dragonbane world, or is just one small little part of Dragonbane's world?
Yeah. So the way this
like
game,
the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah, kind of. So the way this game is constructed so far is, you guys are from somewhere else, and you know it's undetermined, undescribed in the books. The entire campaign centers around Misty Vale, which is a you know, you heard rumors of this thing. It's there's allegedly some ancient empire that has fallen hundreds and hundreds of years ago. You don't really have much detail outside of the fact that orcs seem to populate most of it, but then they've kindly started to recede over time, which has piqued your interest, as well as many others before you, to delve into this veil of ancient mysteries and secrets, to perhaps find make your mark on the world, find riches, find information. And it's, again, like I said, it's a perilous journey, but yeah, this is a section that exists for this campaign. So the world of Dragonbane is hypothetically much larger, but I think they're going to expand upon that with subsequent stuff. So it's cool. It kind of encapsulates everything. Yeah, it's very similar how they did Cimmerum, where they built the world with expansions as they went versus trying to create a massive world book. So
really, they put out a game or two. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they seem to know what they're doing. Yeah,
they're doing all right for themselves. I'm just saying. And so, are we all aware of this map, or is he too scared to show his friends?
That's up to him. I mean, I don't think there's any way he can get around without opening and you guys seeing what he's looking at. So it's up to you to just storm over there and do whatever you want, or hang back. You notice it.
Listen, as my father said, I'll give you something to be scared about.
What do you have there?
Oh, there's the Russian.
What is that little Darren?
It's
I
a
pat him
map.
on the head.
It's a map. Look at the map.
It's a map, idiot.
When you touch Darrow's head, your hand is gonna come back all sticky.
Oh no. Oh yeah, he's stinky.
Really filthy.
Yeah.
It was taking his time with those goblins.
Oh. Oh god, what does that mean?
So, maps. We got a map.
You got a map. Oh yeah, just so you guys know as well, I configure the ownership, so you guys should be able to access this map anytime you would like in the journal entries tab on Foundry. So if you click on that, you should be able to see an item there. You can click on it. So this is yours. It's an item you actually hold in your possession, all of you. So you're free to look at it, unless one of you decides to burn it for some reason. But yeah.
I immediately burn it.
I knew it.
So you said you found a map.
Yes.
What does it do?
Pardon me.
What's on it?
Oh, it's a map of the Misty Vale. Look.
All right, I snatch it from his little hands.
Do you guys want to do a contested kind of roll from that, or do you want to just? Are you just gonna like let him do it?
He's scared, and I'm big.
Yeah.
I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah.
All right, you have it
He's
then,
more
Morning
scared
Cloak.
about himself than his mother.
Yeah.
Than the map. Okay.
I-
Gotcha.
Is there like so everyone knows how to read in this world? This is just like an ancient,
Yeah.
literate medieval world.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's just
All
say there's everybody knows how to read. Yeah, I think speaking languages is the only thing that's described, but yeah, you guys can read.
All right. Well, looks like we're here. And I'm going to point to the giant mountains that we're apparently in for some reason. And there's an unmarked town here. And I point to like literally the only giant unmarked town north of us.
Mhm.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, that seems to be where we should head.
Huh? Duck?
Everyone has a voice, and I don't.
He's Louis.
That's all you got to do, man.
Hey.
I don't know how to say words. I just quack. Easiest role
Easy
play ever.
RP ever.
Yeah.
You know,
And we all just know. It's
Yeah.
one of those things.
It's like R2D2, right?
He's like our
Luke?
Chewbacca.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, or
there you go.
Chewbacca. Yeah, exactly.
Like
Wait,
half of
can I-
Star Wars, we all say at the same time.
how annoying would that be?
It'd be amazing. Listen, 6 months of Mats, we need a duck too. You know what I mean?
Oh, Jacob says to do Keanu, so you could be a Keanu Reeves. Wow, I'm a duck.
Yeah, let's go to town.
Let's go to town,
There we go.
man. Okay, so are you guys? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's it. I'll roll it back up and just kind of like thrust it back into Darrow's chest.
All right, so Darrow, you are the keeper of the map, but I'll just assume anybody has access to it whenever
I
they
am a
like.
map bearer.
Okay, so you guys head north into the Misty Vale, keeping at the top of the mind this this unmarked town you see. So I will move you to a new city.
But that's it, right? We're done kicking goblins and looking for marks. We got all the poison we need. We've rested. We need nothing else from this gullet of ambush here.
Seems like it.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, can I break this spear and like chuck the scimitar into like wherever?
Yeah, you could hide. There's there's crevasses,
Yeah.
there's crevices and shit. You
Okay.
could hide this stuff. Yeah, for sure. So you didn't keep any of the weapons. You just left them behind.
I can't. So here's
You
question.
could sell them.
Yeah, but then I'm carrying like a long spear through the mountains for like some reason while carrying like a morning star and a shield. I thought about it. The other thing too is like real quick then, since we brought up inventory, we have a max encumbrance and an encumbrance. My max encumbrance is 9, but weapons and armor and stuff do not count against my encumbrance. So although I am fully laden, I have an encumbrance of 2, and I believe it
Wow.
is just my torch and my rations.
Damn.
And that's it.
Well, you are a
So-
strong boy.
Right. So my thought is technically, mechanically, I got plenty of room for a scimitar and a long spear. But like in game, would a plate armor wearing wolf, like fully decked out in armor and weapons and stuff, just like tuck a scimitar and a long spear in their belt and then climb a mountain?
No, but
So-
the cool thing about long spears to note though is you can hit things a square away, right? So there can be a gap of distance between you and the enemy. So that
I am fluent in spear.
yeah. I mean, just saying. You can do what you want, but
How long is a long spear? Is it kind of like what the character in the book is
yeah,
actually wielding? Do I
Yeah.
become more like that guy?
I would say
All
it's
right, I'll at
it's a
least-
spear, you know. So it's probably close to your height. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll carry at least the spear with me because I could dump my other stuff and poke at things if I need to.
Okay.
But no scimitar. It's not my style.
All right.
Straight blades.
Stash that. Anybody else? Did you guys make sure to move anything to your inventory that you wish to take from the fallen goblins? Okay.
And before we go, I'm actually going to play a little tune on my horn using the musician ability.
Okay.
So that way we have a extra boon to all rolls until the next round.
Well, so remember, a round is only 10 seconds.
Oh,
So
because it says
it's for combat, really, less about just so you know, out of game
Oh,
meta.
okay.
Well, you guys are moving on to a different location, and we're kind of we're not moving through this gridded map at this point forward.
Okay.
Yeah, this
Because
is
yeah,
like
the ability says activating this ability, it would be considered an action in combat. So would it have any difference outside of combat, or?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could use it in a, you know, hypothetical, like, I don't know, if somebody's having a discussion and trying to persuade somebody to do something or whatever. Yeah, you could blow this horn and, you know,
Okay.
give them a boon. I would rule, you know, probably not for sneaking around because it's a horn.
Yeah.
But I'd say it's like an
But it's
instant,
not
something
like
quick.
Okay, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like a use and save for later kind of deal.
Correct. Yeah, I believe
Okay.
it's because like you said, it was only for. Let me read it right now. Oh, it's your beautiful voice. Oh wait, you can use the instrument as well for the musician ability. This can increase the ability's range and reduce the cost.
Beautiful duck voice that just soothes us, you know?
Oh, you know what it says within 10 meters though. It doesn't really say. So your beautiful voice instills courage in your friends or fear in your foes. Activating this ability. Oh, an action in combat gives the ability. So it says 10 meters. I thought you said around.
It says at the bottom, the effect lasts until your turn in the next round.
Oh, you're right. You're right. So yeah. I would totally rule it if you wanted to use it outside of combat, but it'd have to be like a really quick action that they're trying to perform.
Okay, cool.
So, okay. Let us move on. You guys are traveling down through this gullet, this gorge. Night falls. And you follow this rutted road. You start to smell manure, but you also smell baking bread, perhaps baking or cooked meat as well. And the valley opens up incredibly wide once you exit this mountain range. And it takes some time to get there, about half a day's journey, let's say. And like I said, night falls. You still do see, though, this palisade wall appear before you. And you see all of these torches that are burning in these guard towers that this road is leading to. But again, this mist is ever present. It's kind of collecting around this settlement here. But this appears to be the unnamed town on your map that you found. And I can just for the hell of it, this is more of a hexy kind of theater of the mind thing, but what I'll do is just for the sake of visibility, I will throw your tokens on the map. Any particular marching order you guys want to do, just feel free to just put yourselves how you see fit. But yeah, you guys are standing here. This road, it's heavily rutted. It's muddy, so your boots, or if you're not wearing boots, are squelching in the mud as you approach this this gate that is closed with these two stone towers with torchlight coming from them.
Is how do we ding on here? How do we mark it
long
here
press,
again?
long press.
Is this a thing or is that just like a GM
Oh, that's
token,
my
or what
that's
is
my
this?
GM token. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, let me put the right one in there.
How long?
There you go.
So conditions are until they're healed, right? So Darrow's gonna be scared until he ain't scared anymore. Like from a condition healing, or does that wear off after a period of time?
No, you have
until
to.
after a shift's rest. So
Yeah.
6 hours
Gotcha,
of
okay.
rest.
So if he sleeps on that all night, he's good. So you guys are standing here on this muddy road. You see very tall grain fields surrounding you. But again, this mist is just ever present, kind of collecting around this palisaded wall. You do see hints of figures marching along this wall. They're dark silhouettes, though. You can't quite make out who they are. They don't seem to notice you. They just seem to be guards going about their duty.
Does the door appear to be? Is it? I mean, it's nighttime in a medieval world. Is the doors closed? I assume.
The gate is closed. Yes.
Okay.
But you do see periodically, you're looking up in these small windows on these guard towers, these watchtowers. You see kind of a silhouette pass by periodically as well. So you can tell that there are people up there with the torchlight. And you guys tell me how close you get, like when you want to approach versus be, because again, you guys made your way down this road. You're kind of stopping. You're like, holy shit, we found this thing on our map. You guys are just kind of taking it all in at this point, collecting yourselves, getting a good look around you. But I won't. But yeah, just let me know when you decide to approach or not approach or go somewhere else. But as you guys are standing here, you do hear something. It's a very quiet night, with the exception of a very faint breeze. But you hear every once in a while the screech of what you think could be a bat, or bats, I should say.
Well, who wants to knock on door? I'm not interested in rabies. I don't know about you.
Oh, do we discuss this already? Dragonbane doesn't have. It's not like a race war like D&D, but like kind of.
Yeah, there's no like kin animosity.
Didn't we immediately then find one though? Wasn't there?
Well,
one
it
that
was
like...
it was a thing. What was it?
Oh,
an
it was like a
attribute
flaw or something.
It was a flaw called intolerant,
yeah.
but you're intolerant of goblins and orcs, which are in this world. They're not people, okay, guys.
They're
I don't
not
care
goblins,
what
like
wizards, whatever, man. Get your orcs out of your game.
Just so we know, goblins aren't people, okay?
Yeah, just so you know.
In
It's not me. It's Freely,
Um,
okay? Don't blame me.
Yeah. All right. Well. Serial, how tall are you? I was gonna keep saying, well, since I'm the biggest, but like, did we decide that you're like, are elves like super tall and skinny in this world, or are they like little, like kind of like fey-ish? Like, because in the picture of an elf, what's up?
Some of them are tall. I think there's like, was it like high elves? They're pretty tall, and like the dark elves are pretty tall, and then like the forest elves are like a little shorter, but still kind of tall.
Oh, but just to interrupt briefly, all of this content she's talking about was from the old Swedish version that Mats himself translated. So it's technically not canon, but I told Jess, I was like, you can do whatever you want. If you want to just make up some elf stuff, because again, where you guys came from is not described whatsoever. So you have full freedom in that regard from a story perspective.
I mean, well, that's how I always view elves, is they're either like super tall and skinny and graceful, or they're like little kind of like pointy-eared, almost like fey creatures, kind of more in the realm of like in like the gnome kind of, like not small, but like in that same kind of like, we dance around circles of flowers and like whatever. So you're the tall, you're like the Lord of the Ringsy, tall, skinny, beautiful, land of the Summerland kind of elf. Okay, so got it. All right.
Got it. Hey, welcome, Strange Mentality Paper. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Yeah, this game's really cool. Stick around.
I'm like 5'9". How about that?
There you go. So pretty tall.
Listen, 5'9". That's tall for a lady.
Oh yeah. What about your eyes? Did we ever decide about the eyes?
Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go with like the oval eye, the cat eye.
The oval iris, right?
Yeah, but just slightly. Like maybe you wouldn't notice unless you're really gazing into them.
What color are they?
Well, one's blue, or no, one's green and one's purple.
Oh, that's right. You have heterochrome. Yeah.
Oh, got some.
So like
Bowie
not
action.
noticeable except for these two like beautiful different color eyes. Don't get lost in them. All right. Do we go up and knock, or do we call from down here?
For the night, are you not a sir of some kind? sure your name and word carries weight around these buffoons.
That's probably a good point. Yeah. So, again, am I knocking or calling out or what?
Well, how close are you guys? Are you guys like within eyeshot? Or are you kind of staying back, like kind of hiding in the grain fields, or yeah? What's the
I
proximity?
think that's where we're trying to make the decision now. You said this is all like this veil is misty, so we're kind of like seeing this from the mist because they're lit and we're not. Like I mean,
We're pretty
here's
lit.
the thing. Yeah, so lit. Pshaw. We're
Did you
not
say-
camping out.
We could smell like food baking.
Yeah, so you smell manure, as I mentioned. You also smell baking bread. You also smell other kinds of food, perhaps meat being cooked. So there is clearly some kind of merriment going on, perhaps, within these walls.
As a mallard, I cannot deny the sweet, succulent smell of baking bread. I'm gonna walk towards the door.
Yeah. Okay. As Louis,
That's what you get. It won't change.
yeah,
We're locking it in.
loving it.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
So Louis, you squelch your way up to the door, but before you get all the way to the gate, you hear you see a silhouette come into the window, backlit by this this torchlight, and you hear a man's voice. "Halt, strangers! State your names and your business. This is a place of decency and peace." And you do in fact see a man with his hand thrust out the window toward you, and another one kind of poke around the side.
So much thrusting.
So much thrusting.
Hello, my name is Louis Gildingclef Lewis, and I bring decent music and decent appetite.
Decent music, eh? What about the rest of your friends then, huh?
These are my groupies.
Every mallet I know is a bit ill-tempered, if you get my meaning. You seem like a friendly lad.
Do I
You-
look
what-
angry to you?
What are you hiding then, eh? Go on, step out the rest of you. I can see you fine. Give me all your names, your business, what
Yeah, I'll-
brings you here.
I'll step into the light. Not hiding good, sir. My name is Sir Morning Cloak.
Well met, Sir Morning Cloak. What about you? You other two. Little one and taller one?
I'm Serial.
I am Darrow.
And your business in these here parts? What brings you to the Misty Vale and to the very prestigious gates of Outskirt?
Well, we were merely traveling and were ambushed by goblins in the pass. We would like a place to rest, maybe eat, heal our wounds, find out our next course of action.
All right, very well, very well. You look like decent folk. Come on in and welcome to Outskirt. And the doors creak open, allowing you guys passage. So this is like I believe there's no walls anywhere, so you guys can move your tokens wherever you wish. But as these doors open, you see a dirt street, and you see a collection of establishments, residences as well. The first thing you do see, though, that catches your eye, right here, and it's kind of dark again, but you see these steps that look like they were just hewn from some kind of large stone, some rock, and they're leading up to this strange rocky structure at the very top of this peak. But anyway, you guys are on this road. You see a couple of windows dotted with light, but many of these windows are black, as it seems as if people have decided to turn in for the night.
So we're closer to dusk than dawn.
Yeah, exactly. While you guys are standing here, you hear the same familiar voice. Hey, I reckon you're tired. You look a little beat. I suggest the 3 Stags Inn. Get something warm in your bellies. Maybe a warm bed as well. Anyhow, enjoy your stay. Stay out of trouble.
Sorry, sir. I beg your pardon, sir.
War roleplay.
Do you know where the blacksmith is?
Oh, I do. He's probably asleep by now, but if you go round to the north end of town, you'll find him.
Right.
He's actually,
Thank you, and may the shepherd be with you.
oh, of course, right across the street from the 3 Stags. So just follow this road all the way around, and you'll see it. You'll see the smoke of his smithy.
And where exactly is the 3 Stags? Is it just a sign with 3 stags on it, or how would we find that?
Yeah, and he points, and you guys look over the house, and you can see that kind of at the base of where presumably you can't see the other side, but over here, where this rocky area is, let me zoom out for the stream. So yeah, over here you see a multi-level structure of some kind. Many of the windows are lit with candlelight or torchlight. You can't quite tell. Lantern light, perhaps. But it appears to be most of the light is coming from that direction. So that is where you will find it.
And one last thing, good sir. What is that structure there? That large, rocky, obelisk-y ball situation?
You know, I don't rightly know. Maybe Wagnerhild will tell you. She's the fine lady who runs the 3 Stags. All I know is it's been here for as long as I've been here, perhaps a long time before that. It was almost as if the town itself was built around it.
And what did he call this town again? Outskirts?
Outskirt, yeah, singular. So just
Outskirt.
outskirt. That is the town's
A single outskirt. Got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Once again, sir, thank you for your assistance. It is much appreciated.
He nods to you. Farewell. And he goes back to his post.
All right, friends, 3 Stags. Is that the plan?
Yes.
Thereabouts, yes.
Okay. So you guys are just going to head on that way. Okay, just feel free to move your tokens. But as you guys are moving, not so much through the rock, but around the road, why don't each of you roll me a d10? A 1. Who got the 1? Darrow got the 1. The lucky man. So Darrow, as you're walking down, what's the marching order here? Is it who's in the lead and who's in the rear?
I would be in the rear.
Okay. All right. You're following this group around this, following this road around this town, and you nearly trip over something that they missed entirely. You look down and there's this black shape. It's kind of hard to make out in the dim light because again there's so much cloud cover that there's not a whole lot of moonlight streaming on to the ground.
Oh, what's this? Hold up. Seriel, Morning Cloak, Louis. I think I have found something.
And I will bend down and look at the black shape.
Okay, you find, and you almost leap back because you were still frightened. It appears as if it's a giant black rat, but then, you know, upon closer inspection, you see these leathery wings outstretched. And this bat appears to be dead.
Mhm.
I'm not going near that thing.
No. What is with all the bats here? Very suspicious.
This is what you called us back for, you.
I am sorry.
That.
I got scared.
I'm gonna reach down and like just snatch it up by the body and just kind of like. Does it look weird to have like 3 eyes or stuff coming out of it? Like why? It's like
No,
a large
it
bat.
looks, yeah, it looks like a
handheld.
It looks like a bat. It's a black bat. And why don't you, as you're holding this morning cloak, why don't you roll me an awareness check? Or sorry,
Well-
spot hidden. Why don't we do that?
Oh, spot hidden. Let me go to my list of skills here. Oh, great. I have a 4 in spot hidden.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's gonna be great. Okay, so yeah, this looks like.
close.
Oh my God, you even you have to choose a condition for looking at this bat so intensely.
Why do I have to choose a condition?
Because you didn't push a roll. Yeah, that's right. You'd have to
I
push this
didn't-
roll.
I can push the roll. I choose a
Oh,
condition and then
yeah,
push
yeah,
the roll
yeah.
so it'll know to.
Sorry.
Got it. Yeah.
So you're
I
not
look
pushing
even
this roll.
more deeply and get very mad about it. No, I just flop it
Yeah,
around
it's
a little
this-
bit. Maybe go like this with the wings
This-
flap.
Yeah, it's
like,
this stinky bat, filthy bat. You see some
Just-
mites
yeah.
crawling around on its fur, but yeah.
yeah, I chuck it into, I assume, the ditch,
Yeah.
piss ditch of the town or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
So are you guys gonna move
Well,
on?
is there anything else that you would like to show us, Darrow, or is that enough? Are we good?
Yes, I am sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
You probably have disease now. Don't touch me.
Yeah, Darrow is pretty
Me
dirty,
or
right?
the stinky
I
one?
didn't touch it. I didn't touch it.
Yeah.
Wolf has all the diseases.
Yeah, as Serial turns around and makes sure to like wipe it on her cloak a little bit.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
gonna head in.
All right, you
Yeah.
guys all head to the inn. You do see a wooden sign right over the door, and it does in fact say the Three Stags Inn. The door is closed, but you can hear all kinds of merriment going on the inside. Clinking of glasses and plateware and muffled speech.
Real quick, who's young and who's an adult here? Like, because we didn't get no,
Darrow,
we have no
right?
older people, right? Darrow's like a teenager.
Yeah, you're young, right, Darrow?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And the rest of us are all adults.
No, I'd
Is
be
it-
considered young too.
Oh.
Oh, dope. Okay. And I feel like I would be like a YA adult. Like I'm closer to I would be in my 20s versus like my
Oh.
40s as an
Oh.
adult. I mean,
think
40s
that's
and 20
too
anyway.
adult.
When you say YA, I just think of John Green novels. So that's what I'm that's what I'm picturing.
Yeah. I was yeah.
No, I know what you
Like,
mean, but yeah, I was thinking
It's
like
all adventure but also romance.
Yeah.
There's always a love triangle. Yep. It is between Darrow and the duck. But Serial, are you like elf old, like old, like an old adult, but like not an old person? Or are you like are we all a very young group is what I'm asking.
I'm probably older than you, but not super old. I'm not elf old.
All right. So you're an old lady, got it. All right. And I'm just gonna, as we get to the Three Stag, I'm just gonna walk right through the door and just slam it
Okay.
open and like walk through with my plate armor and survey the surroundings as
all
I
right.
stand in the door.
Let's change the tunes. There we go. There's some tavern music. So yeah, you walk in and you are assaulted by this delicious smell of meat and bread, cheeses, stews, anything you can think of. And everybody kind of turns and looks at you, pauses, then goes back to what they were doing. chit-chatting around various tables. You see a woman serving them. And another woman behind the counter looks like she's counting some coins. But this is where you are. What about the rest of you?
Is there a live band playing?
I don't know. Chat, what do you think? Should there be a band in here? Should Louis join in maybe? I don't know. What's going on? First response, band or no band?
I mean, if we're hearing music,
I know.
the radio.
And coming from the jukebox. Like, yeah.
I know. All right, we'll say there's... Okay. EXP 24. Yeah, okay, there's a band in here. Yeah, so you see a couple of musicians playing a lute, and it sounds like a flute. There's another guy hitting a little drum, I guess. That's what I hear.
Louis is that guy who like goes up to other musicians playing and will whip out the guitar and not even ask, but just start playing along.
Wait, you have another instrument or just the horn?
But just the horn.
Okay, but you're gonna like steal this guy's instrument while he's playing it?
No. I'm just gonna start playing my instrument.
Oh,
to like
okay.
kind of wiggle my way into the performance.
Okay. They don't say anything, but they start nodding at you. They see what you're doing. You add a sweet bass line, I guess. Go ahead.
Hell yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna use this as a kind of my secret little way to give everyone an extra boon while we're in here.
Oh, I like it. Okay. And because of that creative role playing, I'll just let it last for, a little bit longer. Let's just say that. Nice. House band the news. Yes. Okay, what about the rest of you? So I know Louis, he's in there. He's already making merry with the band. Morning Cloak barged in. What about Sariel and Darrow? What are you guys up to as they enter?
I want stew and bread, so I think I'll go to the woman counting coins and ask for some food.
Okay, you head over to that woman. Darrow, what are you doing while she's walking in that direction?
Darrow is gonna sidle in.
Okay.
And look for a quiet place to sit. Is there an empty table somewhere?
Yeah, there's a small empty table by the front area, let's say.
So I'll try to get on the bench. Probably human-sized. And well, I'm gonna wait for the others to come back. Not Louis, but the other two.
Okay.
And oh yeah, we have to track food and stuff, right?
You do. That's right. Do you guys have rations? I guess you do, right?
Well, if we're adding in, we can buy rations, can't we? We don't need to use our rations if we're inside.
No. I was just curious. Yeah, you don't have to use them exactly.
Where? Oh, there's silver. I did start with silver. Let's see how much.
So Sariel, as you approach this woman, she looks up, and this is who you see. She's a middle-aged lady with streaks of gray in her hair and a very stern gaze. And she looks up at you at a moment, and it's almost as if she recognizes you. It's like she pauses for a second. And says, hello. Welcome to the Three Stags. My name is Vagnhild. How may I be of service? She's got she seems friendly, but also assertive, and kind of has this little twitch to the corner of her mouth. Like she has just a little stress below the surface of her facade.
She has the name that we heard that guard speak earlier.
Correct.
Okay.
You can tell she has very weathered hands. Done a lot of hard work. Her sleeves are rolled up. Sorry, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
That's a lovely braid you have. I like your hair.
This lights up her face, and she smiles broadly, and you can almost see just the memory of youth on her face before it folds back down into her weathered features. Why, thank you. That's very nice.
No problem. I would like to order some soup and bread if you have.
Of course, of course. What would you like? What kind of drink?
Oh, no drink.
Oh, no drink. Interesting, interesting. You hear that, boys? No drink! And you hear some chuckling from across the room. Well, I'll tell you what. We here at Outskirt, we're a friendly bunch. Presumably you're not from around here. You don't look it. So tonight's meal is on the house. As well, for any of your friends, I saw you come in with 3 others. One of them in particular is making himself quite at home. Little mallard feller over there. He's adding quite another element, one might say, to the festivities tonight. So you can thank him as well.
All right. Could I also get us a few rooms?
Of course, of course. Those as well on the house tonight. One night only.
Wow, okay. Definitely thinking like this is a little sus, but I'm
So you
playing
said
it
you want to order some food? What do you want? They got stew. They have, what else they got? They got whatever you want. It doesn't matter. It's free.
stew, bread, cheese.
An extra helping of cheese, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought so. Okay.
Yum.
You just
Bread
tell your
comes
friends.
for the mallard.
You just tell your friends over there whenever they're ready.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
She nods deeply and then almost a bow, in fact, and goes back into the kitchen. What you assume is the kitchen anyway. Then you hear some plates and bowls and stuff rattling around in the back, just barely over the music.
Okay, I'm gonna go back. Well, is Gray Cloak? What's Darrow's nickname?
Morning cloak.
Gray cape.
Gray
No.
Cape and
Oh,
Morning.
Darrow. Yeah, too much clothing here.
Is Morning Cloak sitting with Darrow or no?
No, I just kind of like propped up against a wall somewhere, and so I'm watching the duck do duck stuff, and I'm just kind of like spaced out.
Okay.
We have 2 tables now?
I'm just leaning against the wall. Just
Okay.
I'm gonna go over to Darrow. Darrow.
Yes.
I met the woman that runs the inn. She's very, very nice. She gave us room for free and food if you want to go order. She's very, very pleasant. I think it's very odd and suspicious, and I don't trust her.
Well, right now I don't see any cause for fear, except everything currently.
Because you're still
But-
afraid, right?
Yes. I mean, I don't have any money, so I don't care if she's a bit weird right now. But if you hold the table, I will go up and get a bowl of stew
I'll hold table.
Later. What?
I'll hold table.
Very good. Saying perfect. Elvish. Yeah, so Darrow is also gonna walk up to what's her face?
Vagnhild. Vanhild. Yeah, so she's actually in the back, but when you approach the counter, presumably, is that what you're doing? Another woman. The other woman you saw in here, she has blonde hair and, again, a very aged face. Both of these women, they appeared as if they've lived hard lives. And but she has very kind eyes as she looks at you, and I will bring up her her image here. Show players. There we go. So you see this woman behind the counter, and she was the one serving some of the food, walking around. She glanced up as you guys entered, but didn't really, you know, approach or anything. She's pretty busy.
Hello, down here.
Oh, hello there.
Hello. I would like to order a bowl of soup. I believe it's on the house.
Of course, of course. Tell me, where from do you hail? You don't look like you're
Oh.
from around these parts.
Let me look at my character sheet.
I mean, you can just
I
from the
was
south.
born in. Well, yes. I was born in the south. You wouldn't know it. It's called a Thistleboro. That's where I am from.
So, not to be too inquisitive, but what brings you here? And yes, I will get you your food. I will get it for you very quickly.
Well, I am here to spread the good word. Obviously.
Ah, what word might that be?
The word of the shepherd.
Shepherd. I can't say I've heard of him or her, but
Well, if I play my cards right, you will. Before long.
what about your friends? You you appear to be very seasoned warriors. Been on the road long?
We have, well, I only joined the party a week or so ago.
Which we haven't really talked about, but anyway.
But yes, the Wolfkin is a knight. The mallard over there, he is a famed musician. And, well, the elf, we call her Eagle Eye because she can hit anything with an arrow. So yes, we are, well, except for me, I am but a humble halfling.
She seems very pleased with this. As you introduce from afar all of your companions, her eyes linger on each of them as if she's literally taking in all of the details of them, and your story is embellishing what she is saying. And she has, like I said, these very kind eyes, and they kind of crinkle at the side. So it's almost as if her eyes are constantly smiling.
My
Very-
lady, what is your name? Did I ask you that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have given you my name. My name is Annabella. Forgive me, I'm so rude. I'll get your meals right away. And then she hustles off to the back. What's going on, Britton? Welcome to the stream. So, what about the rest of you guys hanging out while they bring the food out? Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'll snap out of my daze at some point, and see Sariel sitting at the table and just kind of walk over to her and sit down.
Okay. So, Louis, you just still thumping
Jamming away.
that didgeridoo? Okay.
Yep.
Slap basing it?
Slap bass in the horn.
Oh, yeah.
So while we're all gathered, except for Louis, I will unveil the statuette and
Okay.
show it around because I am feeling relatively safe.
So are you kind of concealing it, or are you just sort of keeping it hidden, like with your cloak? What's the situation with this statuette?
Yes, obviously I know that it has some value.
Mm-hmm.
A man has died because of it, so it's not like I'm holding it up.
Hey guys, look at this.
But yeah, I take it out of the wrapping or whatever, and sort of pass it along.
Okay.
So that everyone can have a look
So you're
at it.
trying to just, keep it relatively concealed then. Okay. So yeah, you look at this, why don't you make me an awareness roll as you are gazing upon this statuette again.
With a boon.
Yeah. Oh my god, you got a dragon.
Yes.
So
I peer inside of it.
so you recognize this. Something just snaps in your memory. Something that you saw or dreamt or something, but this seems very familiar. And it draws your attention to the map that you have folded away.
Guys,
Which I will show the
who has
stream
the
again.
map? Do I?
You have it,
Do
right?
I have the map? That's right.
So you take this map, you open it up, and what you notice, to your satisfaction, what you confirm anyway, is that if you look at the four corners of this map, there are what appear to be statuette pieces. And it appears as if the bottom left one is the one that is in your possession.
Sariel, Morning Cloak, look at this. You see? This, it matches. It matches.
And you guys do indeed see that it matches.
Yeah. When we look at this, it looks like that's the base. The one on the top left is kind of like the chest area. The top right is the helmet, and the bottom right is that like a kiltish kind of situation? Is that the waist, legs area?
That's like the waist area. Then the upper area is the torso, and then the far right or upper right is the head. Yeah. And while you guys are,
Good,
oh, go ahead.
no, it's a good catch there, Darrow. When I came over, did anyone tell me that they just gave us a bunch of free shit, or am I just like scarfing down free food?
Well, she hasn't brought it over quite yet, but do you guys do you want to tell Sariel? Do you want to tell everybody, or maybe you did? Oh, Mute's in the chat.
I'll tell them how they're so nice and they give us free stuff, and how nothing is free, and how I don't trust them.
Yes, I agree with that. That's all. That is how they make money in this place: is food, drink, and rooms, and they're just giving it away to strangers for free.
I guess. I have a feeling they want something from us. But I am pessimistic. So.
So
Aren't you Harry too? Is that something?
No.
That was rolled twice. I remember. Wasn't Harry rolled twice?
No.
Oh man.
No.
So as you guys are conversing over this, you
I
hear
have like
footsteps.
a cloak on. You can't see all the hair.
The scent of food becomes stronger, and you hear footsteps tapping.
I will hide. Hide the statuette.
Okay, you hide the statuette. You tuck it away as Annabella, she comes over with her arms full of food and lays it out on the table, looks over at each one of you. Such a fine group of people here tonight. We are very, very blessed. Please let me know if you need anything else. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Hi. Hello. I am Sir Morning Cloak. I believe you've met my friends already. This quite generous of you. I must ask, why so generous?
Well, the Misty Vale is a very perilous land, and not many come back who leave these walls once they come in, so the least we can do is give them a hearty meal, a full stomach, and perhaps a good night's rest. But you four, as strong as you appear, I'm sure it will be of no trouble for whatever reason you have come to these here parts. I foresee a very long and beautiful life ahead of all four of you. And again, she has these extremely kind eyes. Her wrinkles are very collected around the corners of her eyes, as if she just does nothing but smile all of the time.
Don't like her.
Anything else? Anything else? Can I get you anything else before I leave? You know, plenty of customers, of course.
No, well, again, quite generous. Thank you so much for your faith in our continued life. But nothing is free. Is there going to be a question later once our bellies are full and our heads are rested, or where is this going?
Well, I suggest you don't leave all of the ham. And she gestures to this pile of meat on the center of the table. That is ham. Leave leave no bone unturned. Have your fill. And she she gives you a very, very deep curtsy. Anything else? Anything else?
No, I think we're fine here. Maybe a loaf of bread chucked at the duck at some point tonight. I don't think he'll be stopping anytime soon, but otherwise, thank you again, ma'am, for your courtesies.
Oh, of course. Enjoy your stay in Outskirt. Please seek me out or Vagnhild if you have any questions or any needs. I trust she has dealt with your accommodations already.
Right. Last question I had. The structure in the middle of town, the guard said that you might know what that is, or?
Excuse me, the what center?
The stone stairs that lead to some...
Well, I don't know much other than the town itself was built around it. It's if you end up journeying around these parts, you'll notice that there are many ancient artifacts of a civilization long gone, hundreds and hundreds of years ago. So I came when this town was already established, so I'm not sure of its origin, but Vagnhild may know something. Ah, there she is! And she points and you see her come out of the kitchen and start counting more coins and wiping the countertops.
Strange coincidence. Be on your guard, everyone.
I'm sure we'll have a discussion with her at some point. Thank you again so much. I suddenly have a craving for ham, it would seem.
Very well. Enjoy. And she shuffles away.
Were you flirting with her?
Now listen, Serial, you'll know when I'm flirting. So, do we not eat the ham? I don't...
I don't think I should be eating the ham, no.
Can I hands two-pronged fork, whatever medieval dining instrument we have, can I kind of like pull the ham close and kind of move it around on the plate, see if there's something stuck in a bone or something besides marrow?
Mm-hmm. So, so you actually find inside, there's a hollowed out bone in there, and there's a little note inside.
Mm-hmm.
Where all the flavor comes from.
Yep. Secret notes. So it makes ham so delicious on sandwiches. I guess I'll kind of do one of those guys, and I'll read the note, and then whatever it says, I'll just pass it to Sariel so she can also read it.
Okay. You guys all read this, and it just says very simply, North Gate, 1 hour.
Well, is that all of us or just me? Maybe I was flirting. I don't know.
This kind of feels like a you thing.
All right, I can feel like I can handle this.
I should mention, of course, that I told her that you were a famed warrior.
Wingman, appreciate it. Thanks, Dara.
So you know.
I'll remember that, bud. Hello, buddy. All right, well, I only have an hour, so let's build up some energy. And I'm gonna start eating the ham, and if I can catch her eye, I'll throw her a little wink.
Okay.
Yeah.
She kind of looks at you strangely and then winks back.
Oh.
Wolf's got game.
Wolf's got game. So, what about Louis? Is he still just jamming? I mean, you see your friends over there sitting at the table, chowing down.
So yeah, he's gonna finish up the current song.
Okay.
And while the band's getting ready for the next song, before he waddles off, he's gonna ask.
Go ahead.
Have you guys heard of any interesting rumors around the Misty Vale as of late? Because he's assuming most musicians tend to travel, so he's hoping they maybe have information.
Oh, you're talking to these guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading something. Could you repeat that?
So yeah, basically he was just asking the other musicians if they've heard like any rumors or anything interesting just about the Misty Vale in general, like the area.
Oh yeah. So between these sets, yeah, they definitely tell you about some things. So let me grab those really quick here. And the rest of you are just eating up, hiding that note.
Yeah, I'm just scarfing.
I will point out that if the images on the map are true, we are looking at 4 pieces of the statue. So we have 1. Just telling everyone, just in case anyone is making any notes.
Okay, as you guys are chatting, this this musician, he leans over to you, Louis, because you are a short guy. He's a human. All right, what I've heard is there's a monstrous beast. It's crawled down from the mountains and attacked Blind Hildy's farm southeast of here. There are whispers, though, about a cave full of torn-out eyes, but also great treasures and powerful weapons from the ill-fated adventurers who met their fate in the Dead-Eyes Cave.
Cave full of eyes.
Aye. That's all I've got, mate. Sorry.
I'm gonna thank him for his time and the great jam session. Did I earn any tips for my
Hell
performance?
yeah, you did.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, chat, roll me a d10, please. If anybody has any dice handy in the chat. And the music has clearly changed because they couldn't do it out. They couldn't do it with. Could not do it without you, man. 7. Okay, you find 7 silver.
Ooh, hell yeah.
So you can add that to your coinage. But you also find something else. You find a rolled up little piece of paper.
Ooh.
conspicuously at the bottom of your share.
I'm going to waddle my way over to the rest of the group and I got 7 coins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't split that between 4 people, so I'm gonna keep it all for myself.
Yeah, I mean, you earned it. Why not?
And I'm gonna unfurl the paper.
Okay, you unfurl the paper, and you see the same message that Morning Cloak got.
Love triangle.
Love triangle. What is going on right now?
YA, baby, I told you.
YA!
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have both of these messages. They both say the same thing. I guess you eat your fill. Is there anything you'd like to do before the hour passes, or would you like to just go to your room and forget all about the whole thing, or what's the plan next?
Yeah, fuck them. So Louis came over to 8 and also showed the note, or
He did.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm assuming we compare notes.
I'll pass your note, you pass my note. Is it the same handwriting?
Sorry, yes. It looks like it matches.
But my eyes are
No.
dotted with hearts and yours aren't, so.
Oh, look at that.
Well, Wolf is disappointed, continues to eat ham. Cries into the marrow as he fills his belly. No, that's it. I'm just gonna scarf till I can't scarf no more and sit back and that's it.
Okay.
I guess as the hour winds down, we gotta know. Are we all going? Is it just me and the duck? What's the plan? Should we have like someone like watching from the distance so they can back us up, or what's a strange meeting in the middle of the night? What are we doing?
I'm curious to see what happens. If this is a fight to the death or a menage a trois, I don't know, but I'm going to hang back and see what happens.
Okay.
You know, I'm honestly fine with either. Listen, you gotta try everything once, right? You only live once in this, right? Like, right?
Yeah.
Right? That's what the shepherd says, right, Daryl? You gotta try everything once.
Yes.
See.
Duh.
So, are we going as a group of 4? Are we going as a group of 2 with 2 people like watching to see what happens in case? So, like, what's the plan?
I will also hang back. Almost lost my voice. I will hang back in a strategic position. Right.
So you guys are heading over?
That's all.
Alrighty.
Well, as we're getting ready to leave, what's the second lady's name?
Annabella, the one who spoke with you, or the
Mhm.
first one?
Yeah.
Annabella.
Is she still around? Has we noticed her over the last hour, or
You don't see her any longer. Yeah.
Conspicuously.
Yeah, as you guys are eating, a lot of the patrons are kind of shuffling their way out, stumbling their way out, and the place is definitely emptying as if it's getting toward closing time.
But we got our room keys and everything.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So you guys head out onto the dark streets of midnight. All right. So you guys make your way to the north gate. And you see somebody there stepping out from the shadows. And she motions you over. You see a lock of hair creep out of the hooded cloak.
I will
You're gonna
approach
go over?
the hooded
Okay.
figure. Yeah.
And it's Louis and Morning Cloak, right? And then the rest of you guys are hanging back? Okay. So you walk over there. She does not conceal her itself. Once you approach, she pulls her hood back. And she says, I'm sorry for the theatrics. This is really not me, but it's a very dangerous place. Not even the walls are safe. I figured at least out here in the open, you know, with your... I've heard the great stories of your exploits, Mr. Morningcloak. And you have those wolvish ears that can hear anything. And
They twitch.
They twitch. Your friends are welcome to come over as well. I would like to speak to all of you. And she notices you two hanging in the back. Or even if you're hidden, she's like, she knows you're there.
Alright, come on there.
Oh, she can spot us from all over the place. She can go do whatever adventure she's trying to give us.
I need you to kill 10 rats in the North Forest.
Right.
No.
Level up your crafting skills. All right, Lady Quest Giver. I assume that's the direction this is going. What is it that you would like for our free meal?
It's just that you all seem quite capable. There's been nothing but ruffians and no good people coming in these gates here. And when I saw you fall into this tavern, the Three Stags, I knew there was something special. And presumably you know nothing of this Vale, this Misty Vale, other than seeking riches like all the others. Am I correct? Yes? I'll take that as a yes.
I don't even know why we know what we're doing.
Riches
I barely know
and
these people.
We were just, we just showed up. So she looks at all of you in turn. Come closer, closer, please. And she looks up at the wall, the palisade wall right behind her to make sure nobody's there. This should be safe here. I gave them some stew and some bread and some brandy, so they'll be quite busy. But I think it's important that you know the history of this place, because there are dangers here. But again, like I said, you seem very capable, very brave. But this land, 800 years ago, was ruled by an emperor named Eladane. It was a battlefield of dragons and demons. And he has a weapon. It is called, or had a weapon, Derman. And it is a weapon for the free and unbound against the ancient evils. But of course, as you know, in the wrong hands, it becomes a weapon of tyranny. An instrument of demonic darkness and draconic fire. But after he sacrificed himself for the protection of this Vale. And the sword itself was buried deep within a crypt. And she points beyond you, over your guys' heads, toward this that stone-like structure at the center of town. And it was buried in this crypt there, but it is only opened with a special key. It's a statuette, split into 4 pieces. One for each direction under Eladane's rule. But the truth really is that after that, no one really knows what happened, how the stones were separated. But like I said, opening this crypt requires the 4 pieces. And I have not been 100% honest with you this evening. I'm part of a sacred organization called the Truth Society. And really our goal is to prevent the other factions from retrieving these pieces of the statuette, putting them together and getting Eladane's sword. Because whoever has the sword has the power. I have the power. So what I was hoping, seeing as you are very skilled, very trustworthy, at least if my eyes do not deceive me, we just wish to collect these and have the sword in safekeeping. For every single piece of the statuette you bring us, we will give you 50 gold coins. And of course, the honor of fighting for a very good cause. But as I mentioned, there are others who seek this. There is an order of dragon-worshipping knights who are also looking for this sword. They seek to establish this old draconic empire and enslave everyone living here in the Misty Vale. So, I know that is a lot to take in. I know you probably don't believe me. I see you looking behind yourselves as if some thief in the night is going to stab you and take your goods, but I assure you, it is the truth. Take your time. There is no rush. Lay down your heads now that your bellies are full. And you can seek me out at the Three Stags whenever you wish to give me your answer. And she starts to head off.
Stab her and take her goods. No, well, I don't know. I feel like she could have just told us that in the tavern or written it on note. What do you all think? Is this a purpose we have been waiting for as a newly formed group of adventurers?
It is a lot of money. I will grant you that.
Yeah, so you know
But,
gold in this is it's pretty valuable.
So that'd
I mean-
be 50 gold each.
Yeah, per and you guys do have 1/4 of the statuette in your possession.
Wait,
But she
50
doesn't-
gold total or
Per piece.
I feel like we could haggle a little bit the more pieces we get, you know? Like 50 for the first one might become like 100 for the second one. Oh, look, last piece. What's it worth to you? I don't think that's not me as a character. I'm saying that in my regular human voice because I don't feel like my knight wolfkin is like a greedy fuck. But yes, what is this what we're doing? What is our plan?
I'm
what
gonna
if,
go ahead and... Oh, go ahead.
what if she is the bad guy? You know?
It's always a possibility.
Yes. Just a thought.
I don't think that we should give them any of the pieces to start, at least.
Yes.
There's a group of dragon knights. We could hear them out. I'm sure there's other factions vying. Weatherman was obviously killed for this. Who sent the goblins? I
We
didn't hear of a
should,
goblin faction.
We should ask, perhaps, Hild if she knows who Weatherman is.
Mm.
And also, he mentioned a woman named Leonara, which maybe the same lady knows something about. Is she still here?
Well, you
oh
guys.
God!
Is she around? Can we
No,
ask?
you guys. Did you guys go back, or are you guys still hanging out by the
No,
the north
we're-
gate?
Yeah, we're just hanging out in the middle
Yeah.
of the night in town in the dark.
Yeah. So Annabella, she took off. She's gone.
All
Always
right.
rest and ask in the morning. I think we should, before we go anywhere else, I think we should decide at least if this is a quest we would like to take up.
I'm gonna go ahead and share the Deadeye's Cave rumor with the rest of the group as well, just as a suggestion to possibly gear up and or gain some more
Yeah, for sure.
Lay of the
So
land.
so he
We're going with the Skyrim Infinite Quest generator.
yeah. So yeah, I don't know if you guys heard it or not, but he mentioned that on a lonely cliff in the eastern Kumar Mountains lies the Dead Eye Cave. It is a place shunned by all, where nothing grows and from which no seen creature ever returns. That would be all of you. For a basilisk has claimed it as its lair. The basilisk has recently attacked the farm and could pose serious threats. So that's pretty much the gist of what he told you.
What was the name of that mountain again?
The Kumar Mountains, which is actually where you guys came from. And it was
okay,
to
so it's pretty close.
the southeast, I think it is. Do you guys have the map?
Southwest.
Southwest? Yeah, there's some caves out there.
Never eat shredded wheat.
It was never eat soggy worms for us. And
Oh,
Really?
nice.
yeah.
Wow.
Why you'd eat soggy worms, I don't know. Non-soggy worms, obviously better, but
Yeah. I actually enjoy shredded wheat, so
Me too.
you know.
Did you guys have one in Sweden? No.
Just learned it.
They just,
Just
they just
learn it.
They just know it. They never
Yeah.
even had to do this to turn left. I mean, come on.
So do you guys want to just turn in for the night, or what's the plan now?
I definitely want to rest just to get some HP back.
Mhm.
Okay. So head back to the
What
rooms.
time is it?
Oh, it's
roughly?
I guess I would say it's nearing midnight probably.
All right.
So
Pretty late.
we're taking this quest, not necessarily telling them anything. Maybe gathering the pieces while we gather more information and XP.
Mhm.
And is that the vague direction we're going in? Darrow, Serial, Louis?
Sounds like it.
I like that plan.
Okay. Well,
All right,
I
hands
believe that's it. I believe we're at time, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight as we continue our Dragonbane campaign. Sorry, Darrow, were you going to say something?
Well, Louis, you got 10 hit points back.
Oh, hell yeah.
See, now you don't even need to sleep. Let's go.
Hell
later.
yeah. Okay,
I think
yeah.
I'm still
So
hurting.
you guys head back, go to sleep.
Okay.
We're done. Thank you guys for hanging out with us on the stream for so long, and we'll be back next week to see what these four get up to. If they
Good
follow
sesh.
this woman's, wishes or not. What were we gonna say?
No, I said good session.
Oh,
That was-
yeah.
We accomplished things.
We accomplished things. Hell yeah.
We moved distance and made stuff happen.
Hell yeah, we did. That was good stuff. That's always good. That's always good because the Dark Kingdom sometimes we wouldn't make it very far. We would not make it very
Don't
far.
I know it?
All right. Do you want to mention anything coming up for a weekly scroll at all?
Yeah, we had to reschedule our episode that was going to be on Sunday, then it was going to be on Monday, and now it's going to be on Friday morning, actually. So you're going to get two kind of close. On Friday morning, we are going to be reading through The Black Hack from David Black. A lot of games, if you've read a lot of games, kind of have this as a base, so that'll be interesting to go through. And then shortly after that, on Sunday, our plan is to go through the games within the Haunted Almanac. It is a book put out from Games Omnivorous. If you like what we do here, you'll probably also like everything from Games Omnivorous. They published Frontier Scum and a number of other things. They have Tides of Rot on Kickstarter right now. But they put out a book called Haunted Almanac, which is the collection of games and adventures and various things from Nate Treem. Fantastic designer, creator, just awesome person in the ttrpg space. So we're going to dig through all of his games and micro games in that book. Maybe also go through his zine and give a review for that. So that'll be fun, and that'll be on Sunday. So 2 episodes, one on Friday, one on Sunday coming up.
Cool. Well, again, thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you players for playing, and we'll see you next Tuesday with some more Dragonbane. Good night.